when you charge more for your offer, when you even get to that point where you're deciding to charge more for your offer, you're deciding to create like a deeper level of your work, you're deciding to like restructure it. I promise you, it's not greed. It's not just the greed or the excitement of the fact that you get to earn more. It's also a part of you that's calling for you to do like deeper, more meaningful work that would require like more time and resources to put together. So it only just makes sense for you to increase your prices. So if you're at that headspace where you want to charge more for your work, you are currently charging say like $9, you're currently charging say even $200, $300, and you want to be able to charge 1,000, 1,500. You want to be able to just charge in a way that challenges you to create like a deeper level of product or a deeper level of offer or a deeper level of service for your clients, especially as a coach. This is one video that's going to really help you. Hi, my name is Deborah, and I help coaches and service providers position for high paying clients by creating their premium offers and simple systems to sell it. The truth about scaling your offers, whether in terms of price, in terms of depth of the outcomes or the results that you're promising, or even depth of like the quality of experience that you're creating for your clients when they work with you. The truth about scaling one or three of these things is that it allows you to become like a better service provider and a better coach. And I want to show you my own trajectory of how I moved from charging, $100 to now even having an offer that's $4,000. And month in, month out, I have clients that are working with me on those offers. How exactly did I move from doing that? First of all, it was just that desire to help my clients do more. In the beginning, when I had started, I had like a 4 weeks short program. I think it was for less than $10. That was how I had started. And then I moved on to creating like $100 coaching program that maybe lasted for 3 months. I had just two people that I worked with in my $100 offer because even with charging $100, I was so scared like to even over market it. And I felt like the fear that I had as to if people would buy or if people would say yes crippled me from even marketing. Let me know if that's something you're currently experiencing. Like you feel like you're so overwhelmed with fear, you're so overwhelmed with worry that people might not buy. So it's just like, you know what, I might as well not do anything. And this is one thing you want to tackle. Don't let the fear of doing what you want to do stop you from going the extra mile. You want to normalize the price in your head. So when I decided that I was going to scale my prices, not just because I wanted to be richer, yes, obviously I could use some more money, but because I realized that to deliver on the kind of level that I wanted to deliver on, to challenge my expertise, to do some more research, to invest in like certain softwares that would increase the experience that my clients have, I need to be able to scale my prices. One of the things that I had to do was work my way backwards. So I had to ask myself, what price range or what price levels do I want to operate on? I had started from 750, so I had created an offer that was $750. Initially, it was supposed to be $1,500, but it was just a thing of, oh, let me do it in a better set. Let me get 10 people to sign up for it. After I get my first 10 people to sign up for my $750 offer, then I can scale the price. So the first thing you want to do is choose and own your desire for the price that you want to operate on. When you choose the price you want to operate on, you now need to ask yourself why you're not currently charging that price. For me at the time, I was not currently charging that price because I was not solving the kind of problem that people were paying that kind of amounts for. In the beginning, I was positioned for people who still had ideas and they were still in like the very base level of launching their ideas. So whether as physical products, whether as service-based products, whether as coaching products or digital offers, those were the kind of people that I was targeting. And because I was solving problems for those kind of people, they didn't have problems that were like big enough for them to pay, say, a $4,000 for. Right now, with my $4,000 program, I'm solving like a bigger type of problem. So when you work with me in my $4,000 offer, we are creating A to Z, your premium offer for you. More than just creating a premium offer, we're writing the scripts that you can use to market this premium offer. We're writing the emails that you can use to market this premium offer. And then we're building the red carpet backend experience that the clients that will pay you well would experience. So all of the automations, all of the nine yards behind the scenes, right? This is like what my $4,000 offer covers. So when you place the two kinds of problems that I was solving side by side, you can already see that because I'm solving like a deeper level kind of problem, I'm solving a more urgent problem, I'm solving a higher stake problem, people are willing to pay more for that. So when you choose the amount that you want to be able to charge, you now need to ask yourself, based off of the current skills that I have now, or skills that I know I can acquire in the next, say, 3 months, 6 months. Maybe you don't even need skills that you can acquire in about a year, skills that you can acquire in the next 3 months, 6 months, right? Or the current skills that you have now. What is a higher level problem that people would be happy to pay this for? And why are they not currently paying me for it? When clients work with me, when we get on the sales call, and these are like conversations that I help you uncover on the sales call. So if you're at a point where you're like, oh, I want to move from charging low tickets to charging high tickets, you can book a sales call with me. When we sit on a sales call, we would look at what you're currently doing. We would identify the skills in this your current service now that can become high paying skills. You don't necessarily have to do a 360 switch with your niche or with your positioning. It's just asking yourself, what is the next or the next two higher paying levels that I can solve for, as opposed to what I'm just currently solving for. Do you see? So when you come, we sit on the call, we tackle that. We also look at what your current brand perception is now, and that's something you also want to fix. Most times, the reason why you're charging the amount that you're charging is because that's what your brand perception is currently commanding. And when I mean brand perception, I mean the kind of content that you're creating, and not necessarily like the quality of the content that you're creating. There's that. Most times, people feel like, oh, for people to see and perceive you as someone they can pay thousands of dollars for, you have to be filming with the best set of cameras and the best studio. But then it's more than just the quality of the output of your content, but it's more about the messaging and the depth tied to your content. Most times when you're selling low ticket offers, it's so easy to regurgitate what every other person is selling. Most times because it's like a one-off class or a one-off call, there's no unique angle that you're coming to it at. A couple of things that I do when I talk about my offers. Like most times people talk about it from the angle of, oh, having a personal brand, monetizing your knowledge. And this is something that like every other person in my industry says. But I come at it from the angle of solving a higher level problem, right? Challenging your expertise, positioning yourself in a way that gives you opportunities in rooms that you will not even typically have access to. One of the things that we don't talk about where you position for high paying clients is how it changes not just your net worth, but even your network. Because you're solving deeper level problems, you get to connect with like people who want to solve deeper level problems. And because of that, your network also changes. So these are like some conversations I have. Most times when people are selling low ticket offers, they talk a lot about like themselves, their lives. There are a lot of vlogs, and these are amazing, right? People want to know you and understand who you are. But I like to debunk the myth that like KLT doesn't necessarily work when you're selling high tickets. And hear me out. Here's what I mean. Like, so if you want to follow the typical know, like, trust, tell people about your life, tell people about what's going on, vlog about your dog, your grandma, where you stay, your estate, the personal belongings that you have, that might attract people. But then if you're not careful, it will attract like fans and people who are excited about the kind of life that you have, not necessarily people that are looking forward to solving the problem that you're promising. However, when it comes to selling high ticket offers, you want to strike a balance between like personality and also your perception. Perception in the sense of like the things that you're saying. If you want to be able to charge high ticket in fitness space, you need to move from just talking about like your routines. Oh, what I eat in a day, the fitness routines that I follow. Okay, then join my class and get on the call I'll do for you. You need to move from just talking about that to talking about it a bit more in depth. What have they tried previously that hasn't worked? What are some of the underlying reasons? Like, you cannot be the only lab rat when you're selling high ticket offers, because there will be more situations that you have your ideal clients experience that you may never have experienced, right? So you need to talk about it, even maybe based off of their identity. Let's say you're not a mom, you're even maybe a man. How does fitness play differently when you just had a child? How does fitness play differently when they're under underlying hormonal concerns? How does fitness play differently when you have a sedentary schedule? How does fitness play differently in just different other angles and different other contexts, right? So you will need to move from just using your life as the marketing billboard, right, to using your ideal client's life as like the marketing billboard. So that's why I'm just like, oh, no, like and trust. We need to move from them knowing, liking, and trusting you to positioning yourself as someone that knows what they are going through, as someone that they can trust with the concerns, like as someone that they can take your advice, as someone that they can trust even with their money, that you're not going to run away, right? And as someone that they can like, and like is not necessarily like because you have a bubbly personality, but like in the terms of maybe you guys share, like have shared values, you guys have shared way of doing things. You're not about to like shame them into the routine. And this is just for like the fitness person, right? And this can also apply to like different industries as it pertains to you. So these are things that you want to begin to do differently if you want to move from charging $100 to charging about $1,000. The third thing you want to be intentional about doing is creating an offer. A lot of people don't have offers. A lot of people don't have offers. They just have a landing page that has a list of deliverables of things that will be done, but there's no romanticized features to these things that you're promising that you will do for them. So you need to create an offer. And talking about creating an offer, I'm opening up free offer audit. If you feel like you currently have a course, a program, a digital um, program, right? Not necessarily digital products that are one-off products and they're $9 or other amounts, right? Actual programs that you get to coach people or you get to walk people through. They have a bit of a live element. I would like to help you audit your offers and show you how you can move your offer from how you're currently charging to what you need to be charging. So you can use the link appearing on the screen to book a call for a free offer audit. And I would show you, gaps in your offers that you need to bridge to move it from a low paying offer to a high paying offer. Now, on this call, a couple of things we would also look at is how you can talk about this your same offer, but in a way that is romanticized and urgent. Most times when we market our offers, when we market our products, there's a way we talk about it that makes people feel like, okay, I understand, but I'll fix it later. We need to introduce an element that makes it easy for you to talk about your offer now. Somebody hears what it is that you're doing, hears how you work with them, and they want to work with you sooner than always just saying, I'll work with them later. So we'll talk about that on the free offer audit call. Another thing we'll also look at is elements that are not supposed to be in your offer. Most times, people just put a lot of things because they want the offer to be intentional, they want the offer to have more results, but you end up overburdening your clients. When you're working with like higher paying clients, they are not about to pick up a second job. So there's every tendency that they would see your offer, it might be helpful to them, but they're just like, no way I'm working with this person. This is too cumbersome. This is going to require a lot of my time. This is going to require a lot of my schedule. So you want to be able to put only the essential things, and you want to be able to even paint a picture of necessity and possibility with the way your offer is designed. So feel free to book an offer audit call. Let's work through your offer together. It's completely free for the next set of people. I'll take it down after a while, or you want to use the link on the screen to book an offer audit call today. So these are three major things that I did when I was ready to move from charging $100 to charging $1,000 plus. Now, as a bonus, you would need to create a different kind of content to be able to sell this kind of offers, right? And in my next video, I will be breaking down the kind of content that you need to create, because creating content to sell low ticket offers and creating content to sell high ticket offers, those are two different things. So I will be breaking down what you need to do and the kind of content you need to create, whether as emails, as carousel, as Instagram posts, as YouTube videos, all of the different ways you need to create them, what you need to introduce, and how you can stand out from others that are also selling high paying offers. I'm really curious, if you watch up until this point, it means that you're either one or two things. You're either a coach or service provider that wants to charge and earn more from their expertise, right? So let me know what you do in the comment section, maybe some questions that you might have had as you were watching this video, and I would see you in some other videos that I have. Outside of YouTube, I like to encourage you to connect with me on my email list. I break down things like this every week on my email list. I answer questions like this. I share my best resources on my email list. So you want to join my email list using the link appearing on your screen. If you feel like you also have more questions that will be more personal, you can ask them in the comment section and I will break them down. I would answer them some more in the comment section, or I would make videos talking about them. Or you can feel free to send me a DM at Deborah Ijeoma on Instagram, or click the link deborahijoma.com to learn more about my work, learn more about how I can help you, and just see other resources that can help you on your coaching journey.